he's gonna have it's gonna come close. He's gonna start drowning in a few minutes or a few seconds. He's gonna go under, but never mind. He should be fine. His stem is gonna. He's really. I actually thought he's gonna actually go in with the attack. I mean, the attempt was there. Alright, back to Reddit stories.
I had 175 views already and the amount of screenshots I had on that story was 86. People started making memes about me, calling me a weasel, gerbil, said my forehead was big, and everything. It really hurt, but I knew I still had some friends. I go to school the next day and I'm getting threats to get beat up and people are spreading rumors about me. I was so distraught but I fought through it. As I was getting my lunch, a group of at least 15 girls went around me and formed a circle around me and yelled at me. The girl I was talking to at the time was on my side surprisingly, and she went and yelled at all those girls. Many kids made rude memes about me and it really hurt. Revenge. The minute I got home, my parents instantly talked to me and sided with me. They even said I could just treat it like it was a snow day and I didn't even get punished. They were pissed too. I sat at the desk in my room on my computer and I thought what I could do. I looked up my assistant principal's name on Google to see if I can find any information. I find her Instagram and her Facebook. She's quite young actually. Like around 26-30. I decide to make a fake account posing as a random person, so she could accept my follow request. I had to buy followers and make posts so it doesn't seem too suspicious. I think I spent $30 on followers and likes. I'm not sure. I needed this to work. I soon got a notification at around 5 or 6 PM saying she accepted my follow request. Perfect. I scrolled down her pictures and this was before Instagram's stupid layout update so you could still see her posts. She had around like 450 posts. Could be a little less. Could be a little more. I just assume around 450. I scrolled down and saw pictures of her husband and 2-year-old with her. He wasn't tagged, so he probably doesn't have an Instagram. Not a big deal. So I scrolled down more. Then I saw a picture of her, except she was in a Hooters uniform. I thought to myself that usually people work 2 jobs. But this picture was very odd. It was one of those pictures you could slide right and you could look at more pictures. The next picture was with a kid that looked really familiar. I then saw a bit of his shirt. I couldn't tell what was really on it, but I saw that it had my high school's colors. I then instantly realized who it was. The junior that was the captain of the varsity football team. I was so curious so I slid to the next picture. He was grabbing her ass while hugging her, and she was looking up at him like he was her husband. I was so shook and I had to screenshot. I keep scrolling through her Instagram and it's just her and this kid. Then I found the perfect picture. She was kissing him. And it was definitely at a house party. Aftermath. I woke up in the morning really happy and excited and I couldn't wait to see what was going to unfold. In our lunch, the assistant principal, along with a few teachers, walk around monitoring the lunch. I then see the principal, along with 2 police officers, pull the assistant principal and the student out. The whole lunchroom gets quiet and so many people are recording. I smirked really openly when I saw this happen. I asked one of the monitors to get a bathroom pass just so I could hear what was going on. He told me I could not go right now as something is going on. I was kind of sad about this but also happy. I knew what was going on but I couldn't tell anyone. Now some stuff happened in the next few days but I'll just sum it up. First day after. The day after this happened she didn't show up. But the student did. I asked him what happened, but he wouldn't say. All I knew was that he wasn't in trouble. That made me glad because he didn't have a reason to be in trouble and that wasn't my goal. 5 days after. Since it was a 4-day weekend that week as we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. We came to school back on Tuesday. I noticed her office was empty. I was really stunned she got fired and so I looked up on our state's court case search. There was already 1 case and it was hers. She had caused child 13-18 to view sex activity as the charges pressed against her. 3 weeks later, the school wanted to hide this, so of course no news came out. But a new case has opened up her divorce case. I saw this and I instantly knew I succeeded. She should not have ever been an assistant principal, as she was extremely hateful and biased and even a perv. TLDR. Assistant principal suspended me for no reason. So I ruined her teaching career and she got divorced. Treat girls right. Please. This is the true revenge to the post I made on r/pro revenge, which can be found here. I won't be specifying the secondary effect of the revenge here in detail, but here is a reference. He was suspended for months, caned, and sent to a rehabilitation center as well as the boys' home for corrective training and community service. His parents are also now divorced partially due to this incident. He was fined by the Health and National Environment Agency for underage smoking and alcohol consumption. His schoolwork has taken a huge toll and he has essentially zero friends because of all of the rumors. A small act more, and he will be expelled from the school as a build-up to the previous incident. Not forgetting to mention, he sabotaged his other friends for illegal gambling. So he's going to have a nice time when he eventually comes face to face with them, as I found out from one of my buddies in his school. This is the first and excruciatingly violent revenge that gives the other written revenge an inferiority complex. I regret doing this. And I know I'm in the wrong. And I want to write this out to share with you all a message: please think before your actions. Sometimes, the best revenge is to leave it be and move on. That wasn't what I did. This content wasn't appropriate for the previously stated subreddit because of one major reason. All of this because he had severely abused, harassed, sexually assault, molest and attempted rape, and degrade my girlfriend's social life, in school and in family, leaving her with psychological scars and problems that some still exists to this day, but most has since been mediated. He had done this to several other girls, but not to the extent of what he did to mine. He was previously in a relationship with her and other girls, but constantly cheating on them was a norm for him. He is a ducking scumbag. But what happened to him should have just been what happened in the post I specified earlier. Essentially, I found out that he was talking about making fun of, claiming membership of gangs in my country with his friends. He thought he was the shit, and had a lot of friends who think similarly to what he thinks.
Just FYI to people who are curious on why I'm bringing some food, like flesh with me, is used to kind of like chill the critters. Meat like right there-ish, like to make them kind of fuck off for a little bit, so they can kind of pass through. It's kind of like a hall pass. Hopefully it works.
Conducted a lot of illegal activities and jumped on this one guy because apparently the girl, not my girl, just one of the people he used, that he had been cheating on, found out and hence also cheated him. They outnumbered him and beat him senseless. But the guy has since recovered and has been doing fine. At the time, I took bashing him and ruining his life as a challenge, using the fact that he was talking about and in a bad light about rival gangs and my gang at the time. I have since left. As an opportunity, I consulted my cousin, who was the right-hand man of the head regarding the issue of the matter, specifying the problems that he had caused as well as the other duct activities that he had been conducting. Everything. He soon got permission from the head and we were authorized to act on our own. We gathered about 10 of our brothers in the event he had company, which he usually did. The last straw was when one of his friends claimed to be part of another gang, and threw heated words at us. As I rushed over the 2.5 meters fence with my brothers following shortly after behind me, most of them stood rooted while the others fled. The bastard was still in place. We beat them badly. Ducked up badly. I can't remember anything. I was that angry. The guy that claimed to be part of the gang was beaten so badly that he was sent to the hospital shortly after. Suffered a broken limb. From what I heard, he refused to give information to what happened in fear that we would retaliate. Bastard had a deep cut in his face from the shards of his glasses that broke and pierced his skin. Broken nose. And several big bad bruises on his body. He dropped unconscious on the spot. And 2 refused to give up information. The other of the goons got whacked. Mainly Bastard was shredded with severe injuries. All of them didn't. They all came to the reasoning that what had just happened was just the beginning, when it was in actuality the end of the worst. Bastard had his life somewhat ruined by the stuff I specified in the post. He was slashed and the home he was sent to due to the fact that he picked a fight with yet another rival gang member that was also incarcerated. I'm a horrible, ducked up person. I wish I was making this up. But I'm not. To those who came here after reading my post, I'm sorry. I wish the post was just that. You saw the disclaimer, didn't you? I have since done my best to change as a person. I left my gang, controlled my anger and is less jumpy to violence. I look back and think how much I regret this. Regret some of my past decisions. Regardless, this is r/nuclear revenge. And I hope I haven't broken any rules. But I sure as hell broke your perception of me. I've been making a lot of story posts. And this marks the end of all the major stories that I can present to Reddit. As I am still a young man, I hope for less brutal, more interesting and positive stories I can tell to you all in the future. Adios. Accuse me and my friend. Good luck finding a new job. And a new husband. This is very long but good. TL. DR at the end. I ruined her life and I don't regret a thing. Okay, so my old teacher was a beach. She always boasted about working to get her doctorate and teaching a bunch of dumb teens at the same time. Now she was a replacement teacher after our first teacher didn't quit, but was moved to the high school to teach the same course. She was a permanent sub. No one really liked her, she was inconsiderate and didn't like any of us. This interaction between her, me, and my best friend after an important test we've been studying together for 4 weeks is what made me loathe her with a passion that too, almost 3 years later, hasn't died out. T teacher BF best friend M Mimi. T, OP, and BF stay with me after class. Me. Oh no. T, I seen you cheating. BF. What? No we weren't. M. Yeah. I don't know what you seen but you're insane. We studied together. But we would never cheat. T. Don't lie. OP, you looked at BF's paper for like 40-45 seconds. M. No, I put my hand over my eyes when I'm trying to block out you. I can't stand people staring at me as I take a test. BF. Yeah, she's done this for years. I've seen her do it since 6th grade. That's when we were first friends. T. I'm calling your parents after school. M. Starts crying since I've never had a teacher experience like this. BF. It's okay, OP. Guess what? We'll prove her wrong. T. Yeah right. Now get to your class, I'm not writing you to a pass. Our classes were on the other side of the school. She knew. As I walk down, the teachers who know I'm a good kid see me crying and they stop to ask what's wrong. All the conversations go somewhat like this. NT nice teachers. NT. Oh my, what happened? M. T told me and BF we cheated. NT. Did you? NT. What made T believe that? M. My hands over my eyes. NT. You've done that all year. I know you didn't cheat, don't worry. We'll stick up for you. So they did. My 7th and 6th grade teachers all came together to defend me. My parents did too, along with BF mother. Now BF mother is a lawyer. She works in the military along with my father. So the odds were 18-1 and it was awesome. Originally T put our grades in as a 0. I was infuriated, so I put together a nice little email for the teacher that may or may not have gotten to her, I don't know to this day. Here is exactly, with minor changes like names, what is read. I was a total beach. But I never got a response. I even asked her about it. I made her pull it up and read it. But I never got my questions answered. Anyway, the teachers yelled at her to fix our grades. Our parents yelled at her to fix our grades. A lawyer yelled at her for 30 minutes to fix that grade. Now I'm friends with the old STEM teacher who just so happened to be the wife of our principal. See where I'm going? I told them everything. Not only was she kicked out of her college and fired, she had to write an apology to me and BF. She got divorced shortly after and her son, who was in 6th grade, came up to me and apologized and told me what happened. I asked one question. Do you live with the beach? He gleefully answered no. I'll never after just went down. She lost her teaching license for hitting another student. Now I found this student. And it was my other friend. I was infuriated. But no more could be done as she had already finished our course. I passed the class with a 93% A. The lowest A you can get where I live. And I'm still smiling about it. TL. The art teacher accused me and my best friend of cheating and she lost her job and husband. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day. When I was 15, my mom started dating a man she met on a dating website. I didn't like him the first time I met him, and 2 months later he moved into the house. About 3 weeks after he moved in, he took my skateboards, self-built house.
Alright, number videos. Right on. No, not bushes. Where are the bushes? change the sounds like Kentro? For some reason, I think I heard a different sound. Click on map. What does that even mean? Click on map config. Oh. Did he literally just fucking hide him? Okay. Gotta keep that a mental note. Mental note building. Honestly, I think there's like they should have more edible bushes, like in a lot of places. 'Cause I'm kind of tired of like fucking having this hide and seek contest every time I'm hungry. It's kind of annoying. Lambio, that's what. That's the name. I'll play Lambio then. I'm trying to, like, I think I got all the skins for every dinosaur. I kind of left Campto out on purpose to kind of that, say, hey, I fucking donated to this game. Like, I bought it so I could have early access. So I'm gonna keep that, and when Alistair comes out, depends on what his skin has, but if I don't really like any of them, I'll just go with the bug tracker skin that I got when I was bug tracking. But yeah, I got all of them skinned out pretty much. I'm fluxing right now. Oh yeah, I wanted to play Kentro to see the sounds, because I think they changed them. Dude, I love that Serrata so much. I don't play him much, but Jesus Christ, I love him. That's not the donator one, by the way. It's the different one. Okay, so let's see Kentro. It is a really good Kentro skin. Alright, let's play Lambia. Suffer. Like, I died of starvation because I couldn't find food. Big Wanadon, I think, was the guy. Well, I'm actually pretty close. It's not a good crouch, but it's kind of weird people think that animals can't really crouch. I mean, in the standards of having your belly really, really low to the ground, I mean, for animals, they have to compensate a little bit, so like, they don't completely kill themselves. I mean, to some extent, like say an elephant, right? You could probably crouch, but to a very minimal state, right? So it's like, it's probably gonna be a little more taller than a typical crouch, because you know a lot of weight is being put on very minimal supports. Oh yeah, I should probably go to that food mountain. Mental note. Alright, I'm basically in that direction. I'm kind of happy that this game is trying to incorporate everything to have like every ability as much as possible, like crouching. So there's a little more fairness, as well as, you know, it's not like, oh, well, it looks like some spots me. I guess I have to die then. Can't really do anything about it. Is there better Lambia skins yet? I mean, I like this green one, but I'm curious if there's more that aren't like kind of weird. I would like, I would, I would argue Path of Titans is actually really good. The only thing that I like the Isle more than the Path of Titans is their Darnasukas for the movement and kind of more. It feels like it's heavier, right? There's more weight like applied to the Darnasukas. That's like the only reason why I like the Isle, or like the only thing that I liked about the Isle more than Path of Titans. Like the Sarko and Path of Titans, it feels a little weightless, and I feel bro. I think I would like sniffing. If sniffing got in here, then I'm all game for Path of Titans without a doubt. Who the fuck ate my berries, yo? Bro. I don't know, map config. And it feels like Path of Titans doesn't really have a lot of food. Or like it's kind of, I don't like this, like you fucking look for food. It's kind of annoying. I mean, that has the same kind of thing going for it, but there's sniffing, so it's a little more easier to find food. But it's like, with this game, you have to kind of like know what it looks like. And kind of, even then though, you have to like find it. I won't lie, it's kind of annoying. I don't like how everyone's looking at me funny. I really don't. Oh, fuck me. So this is what happens when I deal with players. This is why Lambia players don't exist. I mean, I was hungry anyways. I was gonna die regardless. I should have ran. I should have just... Like, I went to my stego over there and I was fine, but Lambia though, that's fair game. I fucking hate these bushes, man. It makes me think that that's food. It's actually kind of infuriating. Like, they look a lot like the berry bushes, just without the berries. I don't want to go back there and just kill everybody, to be honest. I think everyone needs a good reset. I'm okay with resetting my Sarko, to be honest. Actually, let's do that. Let's reset and go Sarko and just try my best to kill everybody. If I remember correctly, I was last in a swamp, just under the big lake. Oh, I'm farther. I'm farther than that. Okay. I mean, I do like the judo physics under like growth, but I think his movement speed needs to be severely nerfed. Like, even the lock, it's a little much. Trot, maybe slow down a little bit more. Sprinting can be fine, but I feel like it's too light to get to what I mean. It feels very weightless. I mean, Alandi doesn't really have to do a lot of much. You know, he doesn't have a lot of stuff to do to defend himself. I feel, though, they need to buff his damage a bit. Maybe the bite is fine, but I think you need to buff the tail a bit more. Because how many times do they like fucking tail up the guys and what was it like? I would test it, but I don't really have to volunteer. It's heavy. It's kind of heavy, but I think there needs to be like some sort of tail attack with them with Zarko or something, because it's like he's fucking vulnerable from his ass. If you outmaneuver Zarko, you pretty much won. I kind of want to play Suko, to be honest. I got over it, but still, I mean, they're kind of humping what it's like. Hello? Yeah, I'm at the swamp, so we could just go straight up. Is there any fish here? It's 9%. Oh, hello. Bro. I kind of want to deplete the big lake over this one, because I want this one to kind of like regenerate, and I want the big lake kind of to die, so people can kind of spread out a bit more. I'm still kind of pissed that they nerfed his running speed. Like, it feels so weird. got an idea for pastimes, actually. So, I kind of like want them to be like natural growls, right? Like what the owl has sometimes. I feel like that might help with the current roars, kind of like merging them into the neutral sounds, which are the growls, because um, it just sounds better instead of just being cut off. The sound just cuts off, and that's it. But the thing is, it might be a little annoying and kind of like you kind of get spotted and noticed um, when you're trying to hunt something. So what I offer is like whenever you press a button, say X, right, to kind of cancel or kind of like in a way turn off growls. So you become silent and while you're hunting, or at least like quiet or very quiet, like much more quieter. It helps you being not noticed by prey, but at the same time, your stamina kind of regeneration is slowed down by a long shot or not regenerate at all. So it's like whenever you're engaging a chase, you could like turn that back on, so everything goes back to normal. Your stamina regenerates to a point, and all that. Like it's completely quiet. Like the only sound is my footsteps and me roaring and biting. Other than that, there is no other sounds. And kind of annoying. Who's adding me now? Alright, well, I kind of want to play Ceratosaurus. I'll probably get off. If I'm really in the mood, I'll play a Metri again, or Metri after I'm done with Cerato. Oh, I'm on the island. That's something. I do love the running animation for this guy. Also, you can survive on this island to a certain extent. Maybe 2 Stratos at most in terms of predators. Or like 2. Yeah, you get the lights. Hog. I'm not getting mushrooms, man. I almost want to starve on purpose. I can't eat these. Okay. Well, never mind then. I kind of wish that, you know, sounds when you're swimming underwater should be kind of deafened more. Cause it's very kind of obvious, like, oh shit, there's something there, versus more of a surprise attack. Yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of like launch out yourself out of the water when you're hunting with a Sarko or Spino or Suko. blend in a little bit. Hopefully enough so he can generate, and get over there. Oh yeah, Helio Ramus is a thing, isn't it? I need to play my cards around this one. I don't want to get into trouble. who cares? Like, who cares how old someone is, though? I don't think he understands sarcasm. I'm starting to see that. I'm not even gonna point it out. trying to figure out, trying to remember where other food sources was, or where. Trying to fucking remember. In terms of corpses, we could start a fucking war. What? I'm not having him near me. He fucking poisons. I really do want to start something with those fucking Ceratopsians. For the sake of food purposes. start a new video, yeah.